Hello, 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 and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. We have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. I'm just so grateful for you. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, I'm grateful for you. You can go down in the description box. Right now, as I'm doing this live, there's too much in the description box. I can't actually save it, but I'll be able to trim it down. And all the questions will be listed there. I will be time stamping as I go. So you can always pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works best for you. So hello, hello, hello. Using the Pulp Tarot today because we're going to be reading on a whole bunch of crooks and criminals. Because this is what we do here. We go through the news with friends. That's our thing. We start up our energy high. We've got colors and see, look, it's like I've been painting. How fun is that? We do colors and what have you, and keep energy at a high vibration. Things are good. We jump down into the muck to read on politics, and then we come back up. And then we go on with our day. So we are informed, and yet we have gone through news with friends, and looks a little on the spiritual side of things, and maybe a little astrology now and then we can go on. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. However, where we're starting today is not on the news because I had a request from Linda Blue. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. And I also just want to let people know that I'm happy to sing happy birthday to people. Just ask in the chat before I come on. But here's the thing, and there's one definite rule. Well, two rules. One, please be nice. I know it's your birthday, but just please be nice. And two, you have to give me a real name. Because I'm not going to sing to user 8673665R. So anyway, okay. Whew. SKB would like some miraculous light and love. Absolutely. All right. All right. Shall we go down into the ick? All right. I've been trying to get some. We're starting internationally. I'm going to set aside Old Faithful. We might need Old Faithful. For right now, I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot. All right, we're going to start internationally. Okay, which in a sense is not because of the tarot. Where's my where is the astrology? Where's it? Daha. Okay, found it. I'm gonna move this over here so I can get to it. All right, and then I can close that. All right, now we're cooking with gas. I did hit the login button. All right, current planets. This is important. So starting at 4 minutes, 30 seconds in. We are going to start with, I misspoke yesterday. I misspoke yesterday. Now Saturn has moved into Aries, which I thought, here, let me show you. That is the only problem when I just glance at the old calendar. I've put a big star here where it says Saturn goes into Aries. But this is 11:35 p.m. and this calendar is Eastern time. Anyway, so really today Saturn is in Saturn is in Aries for everybody. And Saturn in Aries is a taskmaster, is very much the combat engineer, the trench digger, the just the Saturn is not fun. Oh my gosh, what on earth is in my teeth? Saturn is not fun. However, okay, I think I got it. I think there might have been I've started making homemade almond milk to save money, and I think that was just I think that was an almond paper. Anyway, I'm okay. Also, so Saturn is the combat engineer or the trench digger. But the good thing about Saturn is if you do the work, you will get rewarded. However, we've been waiting for this because we've been waiting for the outer planets to move into new signs. Sorry to bless my mom. She sneezed. So let me share this with you. Take down this prettiness for a second. I love this. I just love this. You know me. I have Sagittarius stellium. I love the big, bright, optimistic colors. Anyway, the Saturn on my ascendant is like, I am uncomfortable with that. So this has to be dour and quiet. But this, yeah. Anyway, take that down for 1 second. Ta-da! Okay. You don't have to know. You don't have to know all the details. I hope longtime viewers know that there's no quiz here, and I don't expect you to know stuff I'm going to explain. But here's the chart for anybody who wants to see it. This is right now. This is today. This is where the planets are at the moment. And where is it? There it is. Right over here at about 4 o'clock is Pluto. Pluto is retrograde now, but it went into Aquarius. It's staying in Aquarius until the early 2040s. So it's plowing through the whole field of equality, technology. Those are going to be the big ones. It is also ruled by Uranus, the rebel. The last time Pluto was plowing its way through Aquarius was the American Revolution. It takes 248 years for Pluto to go around the sun once. Guess how old the US is? Yeah. Anyway, so Pluto was in Aquarius during the American Revolution, during the French Revolution. It can be a thing. But it is in this new sign. It's in the first 3 degrees. All right. That's the planet in astrology, even though astrologers don't say it's a planet anymore. But one in from there is Neptune. Neptune has already moved into Aries, which is up here at about 2 o'clock. And this Neptune is our collective. It's the immaterial. It's our collective style, how we're feeling. It's kind of the zeitgeist. I don't know exactly how to explain how to choose one word to explain it, but where Neptune has to do with the immaterial, spirituality, art, anything that dissolves or that you can't touch, but is still very important. Well, it's moved into the martial sign of Aries. And Neptune, in astrographics, the course I'm working on, I have an avatar for each planet in a particular sign. And the avatar for Neptune and Aries is the propagandist. So it's using that immaterial, that storytelling, that what have you, to push a very martial kind of message. And we may see video games push more of a military thing. We may start seeing movies have more of a military or martial or pioneering bend to them. The last time Pluto was in Aries, just as a way to think about it, was during the big pioneer days, the big push in the U.S. to go out west, to go out and to pioneer. That's a big, being first, doing the rough, hard thing through effort. So we're already dealing with some of that. And so Saturn, the taskmaster, is now just moved into Aries as well. So you have Saturn, which makes things, which forms things, limits. It's coming up close to the being in the same place, a conjunction, as Neptune, which dissolves things. So it's an interesting merging of kind of an easy energy flow between the physical, the kind of spiritual spirit of the moment, and back and forth. It's very powerful. When any of the outer planets have aspects to each other, it's powerful. But the reason I'm going into all this detail is because up here near the top of the chart here, you've got Neptune at 27 degrees Taurus. In July 7th, it's going to move into Gemini here. That means that all of the outer planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all of them will be in new signs. They will all have changed signs, and they're all going to be aspecting each other. This kind of blue flattened triangle here, it's a minor grand trine, or a wedge. That's what it's called. This is vast amounts of energy. This is changing. I think there's going to be everything from big AI. AI is going to make this huge leap forward. There could be, with this much energy, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but that's a lot of Aries energy. That's a lot of battlefield energy. At the focal point of, there's that conjunction, and the energy from Uranus, the rebel, and Pluto, god of the underworld, that feeding into all of that martial energy. So even Jupiter's going to change signs here in a while. It's already at 26 degrees. It's going to go into Cancer here. So literally everything past Mars, everything past Mars is going to change signs and have aspects to each other. This is wild. So we've been waiting for this. So we got Pluto, check. Neptune, new sign, check. Today, Saturn, new sign, check. In July 7th, Uranus. So things could start moving. I'm really expecting, with Uranus, certainly you always expect the unexpected. They're very much about bolts out of the blue. But it's a lot. It's a lot. but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Warrior Witch says, I've got Saturn and Neptune grinding through my 12th house. Woohoo, fun. There we go. Okay, I'm just Goral, I'm not okay, so this is what leads into, like Goral's even talking about it here. Russia launches record air assault. This cannot be ignored. America's silence and the silence of others in the world only encourages Putin, Zelensky said in the wake of the attack. And that's what we're looking at here. Giovanna, thank you. Oh, towards almond milk. Thank you. I can buy some more almonds. Thank you. Brenda says, I loved your friend. She's so funny. Oh, Sarah is hysterical. All right. God King Tony Clifton, one of the best usernames. So Saturn in Aries is bad for the lazy orange man. Yeah. That's not good for him. Tony Clifton saying, what if someone is Aries? Is it still not fun? Oh, we love our Aryan friends. Oh, heck yeah. Every sign, every planet, everything in astrology. You choose if you're going to do the high vibration version or the low vibration version. Guess which one President Dumpster Fire chooses? Every time. Yeah. Anyway, this is a big deal. So I know Sarah and I were talking about this yesterday, about how with Saturn changing signs from the last sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces. Pisces, you get a lot of spirituality, you get a lot of art, you get a lot of, it's ruled by Neptune, the immaterial. And it said that Pisces have 1 foot on the earth and 1 foot on the other side. And for some Pisces, they will, if you say, not all, but to some Pisces, you say, if I was going to guess, the one sign that was going to be first to say, I'm done with people. Funny how often it's Pisces who are just, they've gone all the way around the circle and I'm out. I'm last sign. Aries, the first sign, when you're born, it rules the head. It's the start. It's the pioneer. It's taking action. It's ruled by Mars. Raw. And Pisces at the end is like, I'm done. I'm done with y'all. Just anyway. So, oh yeah, Brenda, Aries is a good sign most of the time. All the signs are good most of the time. It's how you choose to use the energy. My mom's a Pisces, so I'm not knocking Pisces. Anyway, so yeah, I just have a list. I wrote in a list of the outer planets. And it's like, yep, check, check, check. Just waiting on that one. So, lots of energy. And we're just going to have to stay calm. The same way with this dumpster fire of a president and his ilk. It's the same with any, fights going on between India and Pakistan, or between Russia and Ukraine. There's, what's going to happen to our economy. This is a time of huge changes. Like this kind of astrology is for massive changes for all of humanity. And we're fortunate because we get to see it. All of my childhood, I had this very strange feeling that I wanted to be alive. I wanted to have this lifespan because I wanted to witness something. I wanted to be here for something. And holy buckets, have I have I, like many of you, to go from barely like 3 channels on a television to AI and this. And now with the AI getting even stronger, we are here for, our spirits are here to witness. We're here. We get to see all of this. And on the one hand, yeah, it's scary, but yeah. Cindy says, 65-year-old Aries here. I want calm. Oh yeah. Oh no, I totally believe it. There are many signs that are big, going, even if they're not fire signs, they just like moving, what have you. And it just reaches the point where it's like, you know what? I'm good. I've had enough. That was fun. I'm good now. Anyway, I'm trying to just let you know that this is temporary, that there are huge shifts coming. There are huge shifts happening that haven't entirely manifested yet. And we get to see it. We're here to see it. So that's good. But we just want to take a breath and be the calm. So anyway, okay. Lisa says, I missed the fine print in the contract. I know. All right. Okay. Sharon says, yeah, I want to speak to the recruiter. Will probably tell me the last paragraph and other duties as assigned. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, yes, Mark, we all have front row seats. Exactly. Clooney says, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm just saying. I know. With my Cancer moon, I'm a bleeding heart. I cannot. Mary says, I did not check the box. I can't stand watching people suffer. It makes me crazy. So, yeah, but I'm here. So I'm here every day with you, and we'll go through the news together. So we are going to start news-wise at 23 minutes in because there was someone asking about this. I'm so sorry. It was really, really early. About I had to go look for it, and I think I lost your name in the back and forth trying to research this. So I apologize. Where just Cancer moon is an uber nurturer. I'm trying. There was talk that, was it 17? Did someone put in 17 planes had left Russia or something? Well, I went and I looked, and there's a link in the description to the news. At least 10 Russian government aircraft used for high-ranking state and military officials fled Moscow flying east. I don't know what fled. They just flew east. It's not immediately clear if the exodus was a drill for an emergency evacuation or the real thing amid an onslaught from Ukrainian drones, which led to the temporary closure of major Moscow airports. Then there was there's a list of aircraft. I honestly don't know what these are. Longtime viewers know I was on the very edges, just the very edges of the aviation industry, and I don't have familiarity with these at all. Like, I haven't heard of them or anything. But it coincided with the first time in many months that Russia deployed the entire spectrum of its strategic bombers against Ukraine, including and also the use of kamikaze drones. So what's up with planes? Thank you, Valerie. Tupelos. They're knockoffs of Western planes mostly. Thank you. Cindy says, east to where? China? I don't know. Let's see. Tony Clifton's asking, like they're bailing on Vladdy? I don't know. Oh, they're definitely feeling beaten up. The thing is, though, what's the likelihood? Putin is so deeply paranoid. What is the likelihood he was on any of those planes? Because if one of them, he would probably get on one plane, but I don't see him getting, I don't know why, I can't picture him getting onto planes with other people in government or other important people. Seems like he would want his own, doesn't it seem, it's just me, or does it seem like he would want his own thing? Yeah, you. It says it was one of the stands. Oh, they went to one of the stands? Okay. Mega Karen says decoys. Mary says maybe they're going to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, Ukraine is been leveling that playing field. Queen of Pentacles, those who can, feeling really beaten up. The King of Wands, it's not. This is usually my trump card, but this isn't Trump. These would be this could be Vladimir himself. But I've got a 2 of Cups and a 3 of Cups. Oh, they were. I'm not getting this. It doesn't feel like just a drill. Like they were really afraid. Yes, Lois. Putin doesn't trust anybody. So, hang on. Teresa says Vlad has a lot of enemies, even amongst his own people. True. Okay. Mega Karen's asking, is this Saturn and Aries energy? Well, Saturn would be the plan. It would be the engineering. It would be putting the plan in action. Taking action is usually Mars, but Saturn it's definitely more martial energy will lead to that kind of thing. So Sabine is singing. So you say you want a revolution, yeah. So, oh, sorry. While I'm shuffling, I'm going to mute. That's true, Mark. Pootie has a special train. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, this is not great. Oh, gosh. That's going to keep going. I'll have to close the window. Yeah, I'm just getting warfare. It's just tower, crash, things hitting buildings, things falling from the sky. Oh, Amy, thank you. Thank you so much. Love, Annabelle. That was good. That was good. All right, I got to close the window. This is ridiculous. Oh, hush. Shh. Shh. Not a good angle. There we go. Okay. That was not a good angle. Oof. Love, Annabelle. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I'm just getting warfare. This is not good. I mean, oof. But Russia, you started it. What did you expect? Four of Cups. Yeah, the ideas of peace talks right now, I'm not getting that going very well. Russia's economy is so bad. So bad. Page of Wands, and they're still just throwing fodder at the front lines. Hey. Okay. I think there was some fear. Giovanna says, I think Annabelle's going to be a running joke on Black and Orange. Star says, "Where's Boo Boo?" Oh, he was here a little while ago, but he wanted to get under the my soundproofing blanket here, just to curl up and sleep. So, Leslie says, "Trump's next wife, Annabelle Trump." All right, can you hear that? Is that bothering you? There's a window open over there in the other room, so just let me know if it's too loud. Comes here, kitty. I'm just getting, this is just a war zone. Of course, Putin, you started this, you big jerk. Again, we've got that Two of Pentacles, that very, very shaky. This is a card usually of waiting for your ship to come in, but this is also sending, like during warfare, sending aircraft out and waiting for them to come back. It's not as nice. I'm just getting warfare. So, okay. At 3215, also related, we've got a couple of international things here related. Poland is about to have their runoff election, I want to say. Anyway, and there have been all kind of rallies and marches or parades or what have you. Amid savage attacks from Putin's armed forces on Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities, Polish military high command announced it has, quote, activated all available forces and resources, close quotes, on NATO's eastern flank. Right when they're about to have an election, or the last votes in the election. June 1st. Thank you, Mark. Bernadette says, that's not a good sign. Yeah. But it's not my correct me if I am wrong, please. Always. My understanding is they've already been doing some of this, though. So it's not like they were everybody was just laid back. Nobody was worried. Nobody was thinking about anything, doing anything. It wasn't like that. And now they're just like, It's an ongoing thing, but this does seem a bit of a ramp up. Saturn forming, giving form to that martial energy. Doesn't have to be that way, but that's how some people want to take it. Thank you, Amy. Details? Calamity clues. I love that, Chris Cole. All right. This is just watching. It's just communicating. They're watching a whole bunch of. They're watching Ukraine and Russia really go at it. And they just want to organize things, kind of what's the term? Batten down the hatches kind of thing. I know my metaphors are all over the map today, but Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups. They're also organizing their medical stuff, and they're watching. It's usually communication, but this is also just watching. This isn't the three of wands, which would be more the motion. This is communication, or it's watching. So I'm just getting there. It's nerve-wracking. So oh, Joanne, that is wonderful. The awesome power of an Aries businesswoman. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, visualize 70, Poland securing the border. This is amazing. Well done. All right. All right. I just heard I've seen a couple of people talking about possibly trying to send the evil little doll to the White House. Hang on a minute. There it is. Okay, I ran across this and I grabbed a screen capture so I could send it to Sarah after what we were talking about yesterday. I saw this, which made me laugh. And the song that they had chosen to use with it was I Need a Hero. I can't. But anyway, we're all about the humor around here. So yeah, had to share that. Okay. All right. I still can't save what's in here. All right. So let's come back to closer to home. Hapfunsun. I love how you phrased this. This just made my morning. At 38:30, a judge had ordered Muskrat to delete all the Social Security information that he and his infants stole. Will he get away with other info? He and his infants, the DOGE infants. I love that. Oh, yeah. All right. Did they actually get rid of that information they were supposed to? For what it's worth, I am starting to feel like the edges. I'm starting to feel just the edges. I'm trying, wishful thinking possibly, but I'm starting to feel the edges of some people being held accountable. In future, there's something there. You also have to remember that. Oh my gosh, Patrick gifted 20 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Did they delete that information? Hello, Teresa. Chaos. They had no business having that information. Well, Five of Swords, that's adding insult to injury. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you just took this huge amount of information. Devil card's right in the middle. Duh. They're the bad guys. Duh. Chariot, which would be, yeah, just back the truck up and we'll just like pour all the information in. Not literally, but. And there's a lot of legal worry there. There's a lot of, so I'm getting the worry. But did they actually get rid of it? Hello, Mary Beth. They did walk away. Hermit. Okay. Assuming I've got this story right, then they would have gotten rid of a bunch of stuff, but it feels like there's a little hook in there. There's a little something they tried to do. There was something and they didn't get back from it what they wanted to. Queen of Cups, this feels like not only people being safer, but I'm getting the feeling of Democrats later going back and looking at all of this. If we get hold of, if after the midterms we control the House and the Senate, even the House, but if the House and the Senate, there will be hearings. Oh yeah, there will be all kinds of hearings. So please vote, please. All right, Claude had a Canadian question. At 43 minutes in, Canada Post employees are currently in negotiations that have yet to lead to any results. Oh. However, instead of calling a general strike, the union has instructed workers to stop doing any overtime, regardless of whether the delivery route is complete or not. Will this tactic work? Well, I mean, with the amount of power that, well, it's different in Canada. But here in the US, we might want to pay attention to this because there's just no way we're going to get through Pluto in Aquarius without there being strikes. You can't get there from here. Aquarius is about equality. It's the water bearer. And it isn't just, oh, here, have some water. No. Everyone gets exactly the same amount. It's all about equality. So, so anyway, that there could be strikes without being strikes. Does that make sense? We might want to pay attention to that. Am I drinking tea? No, I had made myself some iced coffee. So, counting down my my Keurig pots. Okay. Canada. What's going to happen with Canada Post employees? He says, I'm surprised it wasn't McDonald's. I have not darkened a McDonald's doorstep in more than a decade. I don't know. Okay. Look. Mailbags. There you go. Fruits of labor. Mailbags. That's a card for the reading. Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. It's a lot of work. There's some mistreatment, corruption here, but there's a world card, which that's the ending. Whatever's going on here, this is, nope, end of chapter, end of book. We're moving on to something else. There's communication. So this would be a stop. And this would be the communication. So with major arcana here, that could be a bigger strike. So we're just wondering, why does your coffee look like orange juice? Funny lighting? Oh, coffee. All right. All right, at 40, 46, 45. Kind of interesting. One of the students potentially affected by the international student ban in the fight between Harvard and Trump is the future Queen of Belgium, Princess Elizabeth. Princess is completing her freshman year. There are countless other children of diplomats and billionaires who are caught in the middle. Will the pressure from political ties and donors ultimately be what ends this for Trump? Because he's certainly not going to do the right thing. That's a given. So, Karen, heavy on the cream. There's some almond milk in it, homemade almond milk in it, and then there's quite a bit of ice. MS, quiet exceptions will be made. Could be. Boy, this devil card's getting a workout today. I've gotten this answer before when it comes to Harvard, which is they just have to endure. Yes, there are a lot of people who could be very helpful to President Dumpster Fire, but the man would take off his own nose to spite his face. We know that. Page of Cups. There would be your young, fresh people. And then all of this craziness, stupidity. But tick-tock, tick-tock. Wait. New leadership, new president, new Democrats, basically. Harvard just has to wait. True, Cindy. Harvard's been around since the 1600s. Yeah. Journalist 70 is asking, is this happening because Barron wasn't allowed into Harvard? There are conflicting reports about that. So, okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is a little complicated, but we're dealing with Chief Justice Roberts and a case that's in front of the Supreme Court, or leading up to the Supreme, you know what I mean? At 49-45. Chief Justice Roberts temporarily halted discovery in a lawsuit that is seeking access to documents and information about DOGE's operation. So there's a lawsuit. We're gonna have to. I feel like I should get out like a chalkboard and we can diagram the sentence. There was a lawsuit seeking access to documents, information about DOGE's operation. Okay. And apparently there was discovery. Okay. Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court halted discovery, granted the government's request for an administrative stay, which temporarily lifts the judge's order, lower court judge's order, allowing limited discovery into whether DOGE is an agency. If DOGE is found to be an agency, that would make DOGE subject to the Freedom of Information Act. Will DOGE be eventually seen as an agency? Well, that's up to Congress, isn't it? Oh, Summer Virgo, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Don't be hard on yourself. I'm thinking not. Because at the end, I've got the legal sorts. Ouch. So under Dumpy, he was listening to DOGE, but DOGE is like a... DOGE does... It wasn't an official government department. Thank you, Kim. It wasn't yeah. So basically it was Dumpy listening to whatever Elon Musk was going to do ish. Hermit, King of Pentacles. Well, Musk isn't around to spearhead any of this anymore. So it doesn't have the backing within the government that it did. Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like they want to keep it around just to say that it exists. But they didn't uncover much. And they went into a lot of places it's very, very dubious. There were multiple court cases where the judges said, slow your roll, DOGE. I don't think it's going to work out well legally, because these cards, this isn't the people bringing the case, because none of these cards are about the person bringing the case. This is all DOGE. This is all Republican. And then legal heartache. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to go so well for them. Deb says, if DOGE is not deemed a department, I think it won't need to share with anybody what data they took. But if the Supreme Court allows this and just says, oh, no, they can do whatever they want. Julie says, oh, no, DOGE formerly had another committee name. My congressman sent me 2 letters saying it's a committee. What I'm saying is, if the Supreme Court is okay with this kind of gray area, then what's to stop the government from just doing all of their work by made up committee, random, unaccountable unaccountable? So yeah, this is going to be a mess. This is all political based. They weren't listening. They made legal decisions. This feels like Congress, strangely enough. So it just, for what it's worth, what it feels like is DOGE itself doesn't have enough real backing right now. And unless Congress steps in and does something. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Thank you, Deb. All right, there was a question in the chat, something about, do I drink coconut milk? Is that what I saw go by? I was in the middle of the question, so I didn't want to. Warrior Witch was asking, do you drink coconut milk? No. TMI. I'm mildly allergic to coconut. I mean, I don't have a full-blown attack, but yeah, that Warrior Witch, that was it. Thank you. No, I'm afraid I can't. And I want to, but I have to really limit the amount of coconut I have, or I'm just like a giant histamine monster. Histamine monster. That's me. Thank you, Arseno. Figured that'd go well with that. Anyway. Okay. This was fun. 56:45. Oh, I made Lewis laugh. It's a good day. All right. You ready? You're ready? This is fun. We like this. American bishops. War with the Trump administration is heating up. You don't say. Go on. Last week, the USCCB, the official assembly of the Catholic Church in the United States, slammed U.S. Customs and Border Protection for rescinding a policy that gave guidance on the care, custody, and documentation of pregnant women they encounter. You see, this is especially fun because you have to remember that during World War II, let's just say the Catholic Church didn't cover itself with glory. So, are we learning? Are we learning? That would be good. Quote, this is said Bishop Mark J. Seitz of El Paso, Texas, chairman of the USCCB Committee on Migration, said, "It is deeply troubling and inexcusable that measures intended to ensure the basic safety of pregnant mothers and their young children while in government custody could be rescinded with such indifference toward the vulnerability of those involved." Unquote. Good. Good. Is that a glass straw? No, I'm afraid not. I would like to get a glass straw, but this came with a cup I bought years ago. So it's the one big straw I've got, so we just keep washing it. Whew. Okay, so the bishops. Oh, although I have to say, the article this came from, the picture they used was the one of J.D. Vance visiting Pope Francis. Will this load? Or not? Anyway, it's on Raw Story, but it's that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me share. Where am I? I'm there. I'm trying to lower that and then pull this up while I'm answering this question. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Hundreds of Catholic bishops ramp up holy war against Trump admin. Yay! And there's that picture. And I'll tell you, it's awful. That look on Pope Francis's face, it's not good. And then I thought about it and realized that would be the look on my face if I came face to face with Shady Vance. Yeah, just, yeah, okay. Whew. Okay. Stop screen there. Put the pretty flowers back up. There we go. All right. So, all right, bishops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, about time you start making some decisions. Starts off with the devil card. You're supposed to be the ones who are so great at pointing this out. Full disclosure, my family is Catholic. My parents are super devout, conservative Catholics. And I was raised Catholic. So you're just aware. I haven't been Catholic since I was 16, but I've done my time in the Catholic school uniform with the really, really cold legs in the middle of winter. So yeah, devil card again. I mean, even now, my parents, they're it's really hard for them to get to church. So every Sunday night, really loudly downstairs, I hear mass. Cranked all the way up. Bless. Yeah, these would be your ice agents, adding insult to injury. There's the world. 5 of Cups, that's disappointment. 4 of Cups, not listening. All right, is this going to have is our ICE policies going to change because of what the Catholic Church is saying? Homan has a whole closet full of brand new shiny jackboots. He's not giving those up. But it is just good to see the Catholic Church actually be consistent. Unlike the Christian nationalists in this country who are all, you must be Christian, there must be the commandments everywhere, you must. Oh, yeah, but have you seen my gun? Have you seen my guns? And oh yeah, let those women, let them die. But and oh, take care of all the children. What you think government's supposed to help the poor? Please. But the Catholic Church actually standing up. I don't agree with a lot of this, the human rights stuff and equality, but at least to be okay, if you're going to be anti-women's health care, at least being pro taking care of children and against the death penalty so that it is consistent. I can respect that. I don't have to agree with it, but I can respect that. It would be glorious to see the Christian nationalists in this country actually be Christian. Okay. That's true, Visualize 70, but are the jackboots made in America? Yeah. Arsino pointing out, one more week of May, then we go into Pride Month. Ooh, I'll have to pull these back out. All right. Okay. There's one. I should go. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to call it for today because I've been on for more than an hour. But I'm going to roll these other 2 questions over to tomorrow. And we need to talk about we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's in the House budget bill that's gone to the Senate. Yeah, there are a couple of, one thing in particular, a little worrying, and it has nothing to do with the budget. And they are sneaking it in there. Trying to. But the first thing, the first thing I'm rolling over for tomorrow, GOP's Ron Johnson warns Trump to get serious or face Senate revolt. Now, does that mean he wants there to be more decency, respect? No, he wants more cuts. But a no vote is a no vote. So, all right, that's going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much for joining me. And it's 1:21 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. We're just going to be productive. It's Sarah's day off, but I'll be there. And hopefully you will be too. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. I'm here literally every single day of the year. Every weekday, weekend, holiday, your birthday, my birthday, I am here. So just put your political questions in the chat before I come on. Thank you. Thank you. Be well. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. Hang in there. Right. And I'll see you later.